Welcome to It's All About the Hunt. I'm Nate, and today is another Pokemon Day. I went to a Tidewater Cards and Collectibles show in Towson, Maryland, and had a great time at one of my first card shows in like 20 plus years. So I've been a comic guy, I've been a toy guy, I go to shows and I'll hit up the card vendors at those shows, but I haven't been to like a pure card show in a long time. So got a bunch of singles that I bought, and I grabbed one of these Chinese packs. So it's the first pack of Chinese that I'm going to open. And I've got 7 packs of Nihil Zero, which is perfect order in the US. They came from Whatnot a while ago. I didn't hit anything cool in that Whatnot show, and it was a disappointment, and that's what I got the show for it, which is also kind of a disappointment, unless I hit something big in there, which it's a good chance I do. Who knows? Hopefully the dude didn't weigh all the packs and send them out that way, but you never know. Anyway, let's move on. So, there was only about 4 vendors that I actually bought from. It wasn't a huge show. I did a couple laps, found a couple places that I wanted to go to. Got to know some of the vendors, had good conversations. You know, it was a really good time. One spot I stopped at, I picked up Teal Mask Ogrepon EX. And then I picked up the Kilowattrel, which I just thought was kind of a cute art. Now, it is a Japanese version, but the 2 cards was pretty good deal. So one vendor. Now I'm one of those that just buy what you like, and that's what I stand by all the time. My next vendor I hit up, and of course I'm a negotiator, so I'll grab a couple things and be like, oh, what can you do the best on these? The Mega Charizard XEX, I already had the Japanese version. I didn't have the English one, so I grabbed that one. Radiant Greninja, Nimona, she was $1, and a Radiant Charizard that I didn't have from Pokemon Go. I am a Charizard collector as well. He's one of the most iconic of all the Pokemon to collect, so got a good deal on all of those from vendor number 2. Now again, buy what you like, have a good time with it. That's how I shop. So the next vendor, it was just one single Armor Rogue. I think it's kind of a cool design, and it's one that I'm going to probably end up drawing here shortly on my channel, along with Ogrepon, one of the masks. So my last vendor was actually really awesome. It's who I spent the most money with. I did a couple laps in the place, and I actually bought from him twice. And so I got some of these packs from the ETBs with their promos and the dividers when they were very cheap. So Riolu, just awesome art. Charcadet goes along with the Armor Rogue. Teal Mask Ogrepon. Thundurus. And again, it's just some of the ETBs that I never bought. Can never go wrong with having more dividers for your cards to separate the sets and things. Alright, and then she had the Pikachu, which I've already bought this one other time, but it was such a good deal I couldn't turn it down. Heartflame Mask, Ogrepon, again, sticking with the trends, right? The Garchomp just caught my eye, I don't know, and I was shopping with the same person, so I just like to make a little stack of things and go from there. Got Mega Lucario with Rilo. Of course, Mega Gengar EX, $2. Couldn't turn it down. Pokemon Day Pikachu, again, $2. Can't go wrong. And then my big 2 cards, the first one was the Charmander. Just an awesome promo. I love it. Pushed up against the window, he wants to go outside. It just reminds me of dogs wanting to go outside and play. And he's got all the other Pokemon outside chilling. And then I collect a lot of the vintage stuff. So a first edition Team Rocket. Here comes Team Rocket. You got the holo in the background as well. So thought that was a pretty good deal. And that's been one of the sets that I've been collecting in first edition while it's still relatively cheap, right? So how did I do? What do you guys think? Did I do all right? I think I did awesome. I had a lot of fun. And again, buy what you like. Chase what you want to. Spend your money the way you want to spend it. I'm not anyone to tell anybody anything different. Alright, so Nihil Zero, Japanese packs. You only get 5 cards in each of these packs, but I do like ripping some of the Japanese stuff. I opened a Mega Dream pack recently on my channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But alright, let's go. So 5 cards in each one. I have been collecting the English set. So nothing out of the first pack. I also do not speak Japanese, so if I don't know one of the Pokemon that I hit, sorry. Oh, sweet. All right. Got one of the art rares. And this one, how many guys have seen the George Costanza sitting on the red couch? Anybody? That's all. I don't know why when I see this card, I'm like, that's George Costanza right there. But that's what it reminds me of. Weird. It's a cute little animal, but it does remind me of that scene. All right. I'm trying to keep a couple of these intact because I like to keep some of the booster packs, even though they've been ripped open. You keep them as intact as I can, and that one did not work, so I'll just rip it the regular way. All right, got the Psychic Energy. I think I've hit this one in the English version as well. So Probobass, Art Rare. All right, 2 more packs, 2 Art Rares so far. All right, my 3rd one of the day. So Mega Starmie EX this time. And my last of these Nihil Zero packs. Well, it's going to open for me the way I wanted it to, yes. Except for the plastic inside, well. And we got the Meowth EX. Alright, so last up is one of these Chinese gem bags. You're going to get 1 badge in here. I'm going to get 3 different of the gem packs. And then I'm going to get 1 of the promo cards. And there's, I think, 3 different ones in here. I have not ripped any of the Chinese stuff yet, so it's going to be kind of a cool experiment for comparing the Chinese stuff to the Japanese stuff, since I just ripped a bunch, right? And I got some English stuff too, so we're going to be able to compare all of them kind of, and that's going to be the end of it. Let's see what we get in this. So I also picked this up at the Tidewater show. Alright, so you get gem packs, Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. And we will open them just in order like that. Which there are some pretty cool hits in the gem packs. You have 1 exclusive card. And it's stamped Chinese promo. Very cute. Out of the 3 that you could get, I think that one's the best one to hit. And you get the random badge. Doesn't tell you which badge it is. Let's find out. Alright, not even one that it showed on the picture. I was hoping for the Pikachu or the Gengar, but I'll take whatever. Not really a badge collector. It's a little pin. I think I'm just going to cut these. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them to open the way I want it to without damaging. I can try it. Alright, so Gem Pack, Volume 1. Starting off with the Captain Pikachu. And it's already like a reverse foil type of feel to it. I do like the little emblems that they have. Everything shiny. I'm a big fan of everything being shiny, of course. It's cool. Hollow. So a little bit different than the other versions that you see. So exclusive, I guess, to these. And that'll be my rare card for this pack. Again, hollow is very different than what I've seen on the English ones. The cards themselves, they feel a little bit flimsier, a little bit thinner than the Japanese cards. But still pretty cool. I'll take it. Stoked to hit a Pikachu out of the first pack, though. Even if it's only a 25-cent card, whatever. It's part of the gamble. Alright, gem pack number 2. We got one of the evolutions. Followed by another. So this set must be a lot of the evolutions, I would imagine. So you got Jolteon. Awesome. Umbreon. And the cool hollow. And a rare this time is a V. All EVs. So if you're a fan of EVs, that would be a cool set to collect. Alright, the Gem Volume 2 set. That one's kind of cute. I think I like the Umbreon a lot. And the Gengar Volume 3, which coming up on my channel, if you're interested in seeing more of these Chinese ones, I do have one of the boxes to rip of the same set. Clefable. Awesome. Cubone. Nice. Back to back it with a star hollow. And alright, the stamped version this time. So kind of cool. Same art on both though, but kind of an interesting pack, to be honest. Two of the same exact cards, but two different versions of each one. So that one was kind of interesting. The first two were pretty awesome, though. So that's going to do it for today's haul. I had a lot of fun ripping some new things, right? I'm experiencing some new stuff. Had to check out some of those Chinese packs. I wanted to see what they're about. So there are lots of different versions. You have their energies, you have the regular Pokeball, or you have the Master Ball. I didn't hit any of the Master Balls. Sometimes you get the ones that have the stamp on them. Sometimes they're the Star Hollow. Sometimes they're the Shattered Hollows. So you get a little bit of everything in those sets, and you could hit multiples of the same card in a pack. So that's good to know. You'll just get different versions. So overall, I had a lot of fun with it. I hit a couple of the cool art rares and a couple of the EXs in the Japanese packs. So a dub's a dub. I'll take everything. I'm just absorbing right now. I got a Captain Pikachu. Even though it's just a dollar base card, it's still pretty awesome to me. So still collecting, still hunting. That's the name of the game. It's all about the hunt. Let me know in the comments below what's your best pickup from a recent card show, or what you think of any of these hits. Thank you guys so much for that. If you want to see more of my collecting journey, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click that button right down below. And on top of that, if you like this, let me know by clicking that like button. Thanks again for watching. I do appreciate it. Once again, I'm Nate. This was It's All About the Hunt, and I'll catch you on the next hunt.